sidelines. Can't
Yeah, but that's not. But that's not true. Like the only time was when we were on Shady, and we were at that standstill with Shady Records. You actually said you're not rapping on Shady Records. So Paul hit me, and he just was like, "Yo, like the possibility of doing a 3-man shit. I'm just letting you know that I'm open to that possibility if you are." And I told him, no, thank you, but I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, like the offer. And he was like, cool. And we were all cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So now, fast forward all these years later, when Crooked came and he put the humongous bag on the table, the offer, this is what he said to me. He said, where are your thoughts at in terms of doing the 3-man situation now, like today, present day? And I was like, my thoughts haven't really changed on it. I was like, but why are you asking? And he was like, you know, just in case Joe decides that he doesn't want to rap, because, you know, Joe kind of back and forth. And I was like, well, have we been on the same conference calls and Zoom calls? I mean, because nothing about the way that Joe's been moving says that he's not going to rap. But I was like, let me talk to Joe and just see what he's talking about. So I went to you, and you said you with it. I just got a couple questions about the way that the business is going to be done. And I took that back to Crooked. And he said, you know, in all fairness, you know, Tony may not want to do business with Joe because of business dealings that they had in the past. And I said, well, Tony doesn't get to determine who's in and who's out in Slaughterhouse. That's not his decision to make. And Crooked said, okay. So as it stood right there, you get all 4 members totally open to negotiate this deal if it's going to be a real deal. And you and I both know that it's not officially an offer until it's on paper. It's called a deal memo. Nobody ever sent any of us a deal memo. I never received one. And this guy, Tony, who we're talking about, who put the deal on the table, I introduced him to them. They met him through me. He went and did business with every single person around me that he met and did bad business with them. There's still people that I'm cool with who's like, yo, what's up with your boy Tony? He owes me ABC. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for him to say, yo, I don't like the way Joe did business, but I can put this deal on the table just for 3 of the members. Yo, man, number one, that's wrong. But I think that's why Crooked felt like he couldn't be transparent with me and just say that. So when he seen that I wasn't with the 3-man,
well, let me try
when he seen that I wasn't with the 3-man group idea, well, I'm not with the 3-man group idea because that's not what Slaughterhouse is based on, but I'm also not with anybody coming and telling me all 4 of y'all want to rap, but one of y'all, I'm not going to let y'all rap with this deal. I don't want him to be a part of it because of previous dealings that we had. But y'all, who would go for that?
Which is why it might be hard for him to have that conversation with you.
Yeah. And then, mind you, this whole time, I had been talking to Crooked every single day. Crooked was working on his solo album, the album that he's calling his magnum opus. So he himself said that he wouldn't even be ready to start recording for Slaughterhouse until he finished that album. So out of nowhere, some months go by, I noticed I hadn't heard from Crook. I hit Crook, no answer. Text him, no answer. I posted a piece of one of the songs that I produced on him and his brother's album and added him. It was like, yo, you like this intro better than the previous intro that I did? He never responded. His brother Meech got in the comments and put a fire emoji, but Crook himself never responded. So I figured there was something there and there was something up. Maybe he felt the way about something, but I didn't think anything of it. You know what I mean? But that was the first time that I've ever hit Crook and he didn't respond to me. So I just thought it was a little bit weird. You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, boom, flaming pig emojis. Flaming pig logo.
I hit Joel that first morning. I told you I was. Very next day, no answer. But I mean, I see why. There's no answer. I wouldn't answer a nigga neither. I got this album coming out. But I think it's whack that niggas got to talk on the phone or do this half to a phone or live or do this group, bro. I think all of it is going. I do, yo. That's not where I'm at. That's not where I'm at mentally. It is really whack. It's whack that grown men, especially in hip hop, just have a hard time expressing themselves. Like we the best in the world that are expressing ourselves, but we don't unless it's in song format. Like I wish there was a way that they could have explained to me all the hurt that I caused them, apparently. And it's a lot of hurt. That's why I didn't really want to talk about this, because they looking to misconstrue words.
Mm-hmm.
Like they looking to take you out of context. Like Joel is on the Twitter shit. So I'm like, what did Joe got one more time? And I'm like, is that where your brain is? Like
We don't even talk to each other like that.
you don't think I'm calling you?
You know, like we don't even do that. That's misleading as hell. We don't talk to each other like that. We don't even have those kind of disagreements where we got to speak to each other that way.
But that says that something's going on, man. That says that something's going on. And I just wish that it was handled differently. I'm not even talking about the albums. Like, go ahead, express yourself. But do it on both fronts. Have the talk with me and you that's uncomfortable. Like have it. And then do whatever you gotta do musically. Like, but do both. This shit.
Yo, to take the brand off of Shady and own it outright 100%, there's a lot more to that brand building than just what music that we're gonna do together moving forward. There's a lot of stuff that we recorded previously that we have full ownership of. There's merchandise that hasn't been available to the fans that we can redistribute, represent to the fans. There's so much that we could do with the brand other than just music. That's why I was tripping so much about burning the pig and all of that stuff. It's like when you go to that extent to let the world know that you are finished with this brand, how can we come behind that and sell somebody a t-shirt?